that I'm going to go into a little bit more detail in just a few moments. Let me just take a minute to just make sure that you could see my screen, hear my voice. Hey, Kim. Hey, Joel, David, Bill, Clark, Carl. Al in Canada's here. Good to see you. Blake, Gene. Okay, thank you. I really appreciate that. Audio, video check. Hey, Doc. Thank you, Bill. All right, let's get started. Hi, Tim. Let me go to the next slide. So I like to refer to the AI auto trader as the ultimate edge for traders. If you're anything like me, your trading journey is, hasn't been a smooth sailing trip to the moon with your trading account. There's been speed bumps and pitfalls and blown accounts. And, this is a system that truly provides you with an edge over other retail traders. And I'm about to show you the logic and the performance under the hood and on the Ninja Trader performance. I just want to make it clear that I am not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, it'd be a real good idea to get with a licensed financial advisor and make yourself familiar with the risks associated with trading. There's a chance that you could blow your entire trading account. So I want to start the presentation. I'm not going to play this testimonial. And when I see other presentations with people doing testimonials, I get a little squeamish. It's a little uncomfortable. It seems like it's cherry picked or not real. But one thing I could say is that I do think testimonials are important. And I say that because whenever I buy something on Amazon, I always look at what the other people's experience is, and I weigh part of my decision based on that. If there's a ton of unhappy people, I don't want to buy the thing. So testimonials in that regard, when they're genuine, have a lot of value. And I can't say enough about one of our new members, Marcy. Marcy is 100% genuine. And that's why I'm comfortable sharing her experience. She came to Right Line Trading as a complete newbie, never traded the futures, never traded a prop account or a live account in futures. She had a little bit of experience trading bots in the Forex market. But here's somebody who was totally green as a beginner and came aboard, got the AI auto trader, and within the first 60 days of trading the system with zero experience, was able to accomplish what it would have taken anybody else on a normal learning curve, probably several years, to accomplish what she did. She got 15 funded accounts with Apex. She's up to 15 now, and just over a little over 2.5 months. And in her testimonial, she gives a lot of credit to both our customer support and the AI auto trader. So we've really significantly reduced the learning curve of being successful trading the future markets. And really, that's our number one goal as software developers, is we want to provide our traders with an edge over other retail traders. And over the years, we've been blessed because we've built a community of traders. Lee had alluded to it during his presentation, how there's power in numbers. He said, people ask him, if you make so much money trading it, why don't you just do it yourself? Well, there's power in numbers, and he made that point. Having a community of traders, we can learn from one another. What's working, how you made all that money. It's really nice to know how you did it. And sometimes even more important is how'd you lose that money so I don't do the same thing? God, that's important. Because listen, these lessons that we learn are expensive. They don't come free. So having a community of traders is a tremendous value in it. And I think I just want to really acknowledge the members of my team. I'm representing a team here at Right Line Trading. The company is owned by Mr. Mark Miller, and he's put together an extremely educated team of professionals and traders, professional traders, and behind the desks here at Right Line Trading. And I just want to acknowledge them because it's not me pulling the switches and flipping the levers and doing it all on my own. It's not even close. So I just wanted, in the next 60 seconds, I'm going to make it very brief. I'm just going to acknowledge the members of our team here at Right Line Trading. We have two professional futures traders, one in Mr. Craig Emery, who primarily focuses on the NASDAQ and has a really solid trading strategy. And then we have Mr. David Kushner, who primarily focuses on trading his prop accounts on a variety of different instruments, has a very rules-based, stringent system that he uses to maintain and sustain his prop accounts. Last but not least, when it comes to our professional traders, is Mr. David Wise. Man, what can I say about David? He's just an incredible options trader. He leverages the signals that our software provides, and he does it in the options arena. He's extremely consistent. Has about consistently has been able to maintain about a 90% win rate. And if you've never seen David, or he's a valued member, not only of our team, but of the Reddit trading community. He has one of those little green stars by his name, that he's a verified professional trader. His performance has been verified. And in Reddit, he can publish articles, being a professional trader. And I'll tell you, if you've never heard David or seen his performance, tomorrow, we're sending out invites today and tomorrow. Check him out tomorrow at 1. It's really worth listening to. Behind the desks here at Right Line Trading, we have Mr. Brock Miller. Brock is my right-hand man. He's over the last few years, he's he's really coming on strong, and he does a lot behind the scenes. We also have Mr. Charles Sider. Brock happens to be our college student. He's getting his degree in computer science. Charles Sider has a master's degree in computer science. He's a graduate of UCLA. What can I say? He's an engineer to the bone, and I'll leave it at that. He makes sure that all of the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. Our members love him because he provides incredible customer support. And I think that's one of the things that really distinguishes us from our competitors, is our ongoing customer support. Then we have Mr. Sergio Luque Rodriguez, and he also has a master's degree in computer science. He's been with Right Line Trading for 8 or 9 years now, and he's been able to develop what started with mathematical modeling that moved on to algorithmic equations. That's now the next step on this optimization process is artificial intelligence. And he's able to put all of these complex formulas and closed loop systems and machine learning algorithms into place and have them running on your computer and being projected on your NinjaTrader charts. What he's been able to accomplish, I really don't see many others that have his talent that Sergio has. And I'm not just saying that because I work with him. I know what else is out there. The team is led by Mr. Mark Miller. He has his MBA from Cal State. He's a military vet, and I can't say enough good things and how much respect I have for anybody that's a first responder or that served this country. My hat's off to you, and I thank you. We have a debt of gratitude for any veteran or first responder. But he has brought these core military values that is really, he's brought them to the forefront. Lee started off his presentation and he said, I want to thank you for joining me and for trusting me. Because in this niche, let's be honest, there are some bad players, and I'm not a mud thrower to name anybody's names, but my inbox is filled with emails of unrealistic promises that probably will never come true. And Mark Miller wants to set us apart from those players, and I think he has. So those core military values of transparency, integrity, honesty, those are most important to Mark. And I just want to quickly introduce myself. I'm a Syracuse University graduate. I've been trading the financial markets for about 12 years now, and I've been with Right Line Trading for 10 of those 12 years. I'm happily married. The biggest blessing of my life has been my family. I have a beautiful wife who's a registered nurse. Her name is Christelle, and she's originally from Haiti. She's now an American citizen, and she's a half marathon runner. And you can see the looks of her legs. She's got very powerful legs. It's just, it's a miracle I caught her. I caught up with her and was able to marry her. It was really a blessing. And we have two beautiful girls. We have a 5-year-old and an 18-month-old. We live down in South Florida, right by the Homestead Air Force Base. And one of my passions living here in Florida, especially right down by the Florida Keys, is saltwater fishing. And on a recent trip, Mark Miller, Sergio, and myself caught some grouper and snapper and had a really nice time. So enough about me. I've got a really great presentation, and I've got some new information, and I'm glad that you're here today. And I'm gonna keep it brief and make it very interesting. The genesis of our AI auto trader was the rocky road in our trading journey that I alluded to a little bit earlier. Most of us as traders, being humans, we all suffer from common emotional, they call them emotional issues. You know, when I think of emotional issues, I think of a guy, you know, sitting in his psychiatrist's office with his feet propped up on the couch, you know, telling the doctor where it all went wrong in his life. But with trading, it's a little bit different. As human beings, we all share personality traits. And I listened to a really interesting presentation. A gentleman by the name of Chris Vermeulen did a study on personality traits as it relates to trading. And what he had found was, out of the 10 or 12 most common personality traits that we all share at a certain degree of each one, some we have a higher percentage of others, and there's a variation there. But what he found was that 10 out of those 12 personality traits just don't lend well to being a good disciplined trader. You know, we get anxious when we start seeing the P&L of our trade, when we see it start running up and getting green. For myself, if I'm up $300-400 on a trade, I immediately want to swing my stop up and smother the trade, or vice versa. If the trade starts going against us, we'll bring that stop, you know, we'll bail out of the trade, only to watch it continue in reverse in the same direction that, you know, we could have had a beautiful winning position on. So it's those bonehead, I like to refer to them as bonehead moves. And I refer to myself as the bonehead. I just want you to know that, because I'm a tremendous bonehead when it comes to discretionary trading. You know, I've been in investor summits and I've listened to probably 50 different presentations, and most of the people that do their presentations are great traders. But, you know, I don't put myself in that category. Unfortunately, I wish I could. And that's really why I love this automated system, because knowing that I've blown out so many accounts in the past, this puts me in the game and actually gives me an advantage over these professional traders or these really great traders that, you know, are just really good at it, where I'm terrible. So anyway, the common pitfalls of us traders, maybe we lack a proven trading methodology. We're trading with indicators that lag price. Whatever the case may be, it all leads to the same miserable place, and that's blowing out our trading accounts. Listen, when it comes to the right edge of the charts, when that opening bell rings, we really have no idea which way the market is going to go. We really can't rely on the talking heads or our own personal opinions or biases. We've narrowed it down to two things that we believe is going to create trading success. Number one, we have to have the proper tool set. And I put that as number one because that to me is the most important thing. If you're going to have an edge over the other retail traders, then you want to be trading a system that's going to be more powerful, that's going to get you in at the most opportune times. You want to, excuse me, to make an analogy, and that you've heard of the analogies. If you're going to go to battle, you're not going to bring a butter knife to a gunfight. And trading the financial markets is somewhat of a competition or a battle. So we want to have a more powerful, more technologically advanced trading system than the other retail traders. Okay, being in the midst of an AI revolution, and that's what we're in right now. Make no doubt about it. We're in an AI revolution, and we've really just scratched the surface of the full capabilities of this technology. I like to think about it as having the advantage of making your decisions trading, but your thinking process is all done through a calculator via these bots, because that's really what they're doing is they're crunching data. I mean, an enormous amount of data. They're crunching it and in milliseconds, giving you an output on your trading charts, and it's giving you an edge over somebody who's doing it on a discretionary basis. I guarantee it. So ideally, we want to have a more powerful, technologically advanced system. And if you're anything like me, who's tried 10 different times and 10 different trading systems and methodologies, and you just can't do it, you're not alone. This is a system that will automatically get you in and get you out of the trades automatically. So the benefits of using this system, and I threw in a new one, and I'm going to highlight it today. Number one are the obvious ones. It's going to eliminate human error. There's no more overthinking, hesitating, squeezing your stop, cutting your winners. All of that's out the window. Now our stop and our profit targets are being predetermined and placed by our proprietary AI technology. They're going to be able to calculate the average true range of the market. And based on the range of the market, it's going to put your stop and your profit targets in the most ideal locations. So there's no more mismanaging trades and there's no more over trading. It's only going to trade when everything lines up perfectly and during the times of the day that it historically does the best, because we found out that that is so important. But the new one that I alluded to is the self-optimization of inputs. Listen, the knock on automated systems has always been, and if you've ever traded an automated system or an automated strategy, you know from experience, what happens is they might do well for a short period of time, or when market conditions are a certain way. Maybe they do well in trending markets, but if the market goes ranging or sideways, they don't make out too well. Well, this is a system now that's leveraging AI technology that's going to dynamically adjust the inputs of your strategy parameters. So there's no more optimization on your part. You know, I've seen other vendors, they'll send you their templates with instructions to use these settings in a trending, use these in a ranging, use these. So you have to kind of discern on your own, you know, what the market condition is going to be that day, you know, kind of like a weather forecaster. We don't do that here. Our system dynamically changes. When you're trading in today's environment, we've seen it just this past week. It's a news-driven market. That's how Lee makes his living. You know, he has years and years of data of every news report. because when these news reports come out, there's an effect on the financial markets. So we may start the day like when Jerome Powell came out with those beautiful those beautiful interest rate cuts. And Jerome Powell, he's going to make trading great again. It's an election year. I don't want to steal anyone's slogan, but they're saying we got two more interest rate cuts this year. I mean, this is going to be a really great time for traders. So, in a news driven market, when market conditions can go from ranging to flying 100 miles an hour in a trending market straight up to the moon or straight down to the basement, this is a system that will dynamically adjust without any input on your behalf. So that's a huge benefit. So let me just go over the portfolio, and I want to get right to the offer as quickly as possible. But I want you to see where the progression of this has come. If you go back to our YouTube channel over the last 10 or 12 years, and some of the members here in the room today, I see you've been around for that long, some of you. You could see the optimization process of our system through our YouTube videos that start back 12 or 14 years ago, and how it's evolved over the last decade or so. And it's really it's incredible. But the core indicators remain the same. It's just really the technology that's changed over the years. So we have an extremely diversified portfolio of strategies. So that's what we're moving to. We're having a diversified portfolio that trades in the futures, all of the index equities, very liquid markets, the E-mini, the Dow, the Russell, the NASDAQ, all four of those index equities are really a key component to our portfolio. We've also added precious metals with gold and energy with crude oil. So we have 6 different instruments that will be traded simultaneously. So if, let's say, the E-mini and the NASDAQ are having a bad day one day, well, you have a leveraged portfolio where you have crude oil or gold that might pick up the slack. So we're not putting all of our eggs in one basket. We're not trying to pick which one's going to be the winner in the race. We're going to have the ability to trade them as a cumulative portfolio. Listen, when these big news reports come out, or there's these major events that happen as part of life, these institutions do what they call sector rotation. They want to shift their equity from one asset class to the next to take risk off. I'm sure when the election, when November 3rd or 4th comes, you're going to see the price of gold jump, and they're going to put their money real quick into something they deem as having the least amount of risk. So this is a diversified portfolio, and I'm going to highlight a couple of the strategies that have been performing extremely well. The first on the list is our cash register. It's an ES. It trades the 5-minute data series. And in the month of September, it's made $3,170, and that's trading just one contract. Trading just one contract after commissions. And I'm going to pull up my trade performance. And I always like to bring over the proof. This is the summary here. From September 1st to September 20th, it took a total of 16 trades. The average winning trade was $985. The average losing trade is $159. So with a risk to reward ratio of about 6 to 1, risk to reward ratio. Listen, as futures traders, it was one of our biggest downfalls was our risk to reward ratio. How many times have you taken 2 or 3 winners, that you put blood, sweat, and tears into, and then only to get a loser and in a race, those 2 or 3 winners that you work so hard for? Oh, that hurts. Very frustrating. So this is a system that is the opposite. $3,000 in the month of September. It doesn't have a great winning percentage, about 31%, but our risk to reward, man, we only need a few winning trades. And this month in September, the ES really gave them to us. So that's been one of our most consistent strategies is that ES on a 5-minute. This next one I want to highlight, and you can see this month, it really was our higher time frames that performed well. Our 5-minute on the ES, our 2-minute on the retirement plan. Holy moly. This is a strategy that, it trades, the data series, just what it says, a 2-minute. We call it our retirement plan strategy. And I love the name because one of these days, I'll tell you, I can't wait, till I've earned that day. Who knows? When the time comes, I've talked to people on the phone. They're like, yeah, I retire in 2 weeks and I wanted to call you about the trading system. And when you talk to somebody that's getting ready to retire, there's always those reservations, like maybe they don't really want to retire. Anyway, but the 2-minute retirement plan, I love the ring to it because if I ever do retire, this very well could be my steady stream of income that complements my Social Security. So the 2-minute retirement plan, from September 1st to the 20th is up $3,170. Another beautiful equity curve with very little drawdown for the month of September. If we look at the analysis of this one, the summary, the winning percentage about 43%. The winner averages $200. The losers average $200. The winners $327. What I love about this strategy is we've integrated some extremely clever ways to manage these trades. We have very ambitious profit targets. For example, the retirement plan will go for 180 ticks of profit, which is a big move on the NASDAQ. It's 180 ticks divided by 4, it's about 45 points. So that's a big move. But what we have the ability to do is trading just one contract. Once it matures, let's say to 60 ticks or 70 ticks, we're up $300 or $350. We have a component where we could put our stop, move it to break even plus 15. So boom, we get to 350, we lock in 15 ticks of profit. We let the trade continue to mature. And if it becomes within 30 ticks of our profit target of that 180, then our stop slams up for our second leg. It comes 30 ticks behind price, locks in another 50 or 60 or 70 ticks of profit. And now we're going for the home run trade. So we kind of have 3 lock-ins, 3 movements of that stop in order to lock in profits. So if we don't get the home run, we're going to average about $330 on these moves. But believe me, a lot of them do go the full excursion. Hey, Dan, good to see you. If you have any questions, I promise you I will get to them at the end. So let's go on to the next slide because you're going to see the progression. I always have some members that say, hey, I want to see what it looks like from June for the whole year. What you're showing me is a very short time frame. This is one of our members, happens to be a professional at optimization and backtesting. His name is Robert. He did an optimization and a backtest of our NASDAQ, and January 1st to August 15th, it came back with $39,000 in profits after commissions trading one contract. I put a lot more weight in forward testing than back testing, but those are very beautiful results. So I always like to touch bases during my presentations for prop traders, but I also want you to keep in mind what I'm about to show you can also, the system can be traded on a live account or a prop account. It makes absolutely no difference whatsoever. The benefit of the prop account, of course, and I'm not going to go into a big dissertation on prop accounts, but we all know that we're not risking our own capital with the prop account. We're risking the price of the evaluation or the price of the PA account, where the drawback are those stringent guidelines and rules and regulations that they've set upon us. They've turned something difficult into something even more difficult. So if you are a prop trader or you trade a live account, this segment, I have something for both of you. For the prop traders, we have what we call our 1-day pass templates. Our 1-day pass templates, and I always like to show the spirit of the trade on one of our YouTube videos. It's a 30-second video. It's painless, and it shows you the spirit of the 1-day pass. This is Mark Miller on YouTube Live. He takes a trade on the NASDAQ using his evaluation account, and he's going for 62 ticks, trading 10 contracts. It's a $50,000 evaluation, and he could pass the evaluation in just one trade using this system. Now, on this trade, he happens to be using a trade copier, and he copies it across 5 different evaluations, either 5 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 accounts. So he passed 6 evaluations using our 1-day pass template and got 6 funded accounts in just one trade. Okay. So we have these 1-day pass templates that are specifically designed for passing the evaluation. Once you've passed the evaluation, I'm also going to show you in just a moment is we have our PA account or performance account templates. Once you do get funding, we want to sustain that funding. So our 1-day pass trading templates, what we look at with these is our winning percentage. And I'm going to show you our top 2 for the month of September. Let's go back to the performance. And if I show you our crude oil 1-day pass, I always look at on the summary, what I find the most important is my percent profitable. Crude oil has been extremely hot. The last few months, I've been highlighting it. 8 out of 10, this is averaging. Now, I'd like to kind of under promise and over deliver. So let's cut that in half. Let's call it 40%. Okay. Let's say 40% of the time when you trade these 1-day passes, that they're going to become fully funded accounts. Okay. The next one I want to highlight is going to be the NASDAQ 1-day pass. You could see the total net profit is much lower, and my winning percentage is 50%. So if you trade crude oil and NASDAQ on these 1-day passes, your winning percentage in the month of September would have been 50% on the NASDAQ and 80% on crude oil, which are extremely impressive. I kind of like the old school. I like to grind it out one contract at a time and take a month or 2 months to do an evaluation. And then I see Mark Miller, and I love him. He's just so exciting to watch. He'll do one trade and get 5. And I'm going to bed at night talking to myself, and I'm on a seesaw trying to get past 1. So these 1-day passes take all of that, blood, sweat, and tears, and the talking to yourself. It eliminates it. And, at an 80 or 90% discount that a lot of these prop firms are offering, if you spend $100 and you get 3 or 4 accounts and you pass 1 or 2 of them in one day, it's worth it. It's worth it. You move on to the next phase. And the next phase for prop traders, and I alluded to trading a live account. Now, this is a great strategy also to trade your live account or your PA account for prop traders. This month, in the month of September, we have a template that's specifically designed for funded accounts, whether it be a live account or a prop trading account that takes very, very little risk. And let me pull over. You could see trading 1 contract in September, very little drawdown, and a beautiful straight up to the moon equity curve trading 1 contract. 1 contract. So let's look at the analytics. If we go to that PA account, it's $1,612. We took a max drawdown of 1,070, and it took 82 trades, 41% profitable, and the average winning trade, it's a 2-to-1. 185 average losing trade, 97. 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, a nice steady equity curve headed straight up, headed straight north. So that's with one contract. There's nothing to prevent you from going to 2 or 3 contracts with that PA account template. So let's move on to where we are now and why we're having so much success. And this next 5 minutes of my presentation is going to tell you what we're trading now and the results of our newest integration that we've now integrated into the system and have released to our members. So what we've integrated is the machine learning and pattern recognition. And we have 2 components of this that I'm going to cover very briefly without going too deep into the minutia. But I had mentioned that we have our technology allows the system, to dynamically change, automatically change the inputs of our parameters while we're trading. You know, people always ask me, do I have to keep optimizing this? Do I have to keep changing the settings? Do I have to do this? This is the closest where you're ever going to get to a complete hands-free, set it and forget it system that optimizes itself. It does all the heavy work for you. So it also now not only changes the position of your stop and profit targets, but it's also going to trade only during the most profitable trading hours. And that's the new release that came out today. And man, wait till you see the test results. And we've extensively tested this, and they're just mind-blowing. I want to show you first the 2-minute pattern recognition. We have what are called smart stops. That's part of our machine learning algorithm. We have a template that uses the pattern recognition. And you can see here in the month of September that this strategy using our pattern recognition was up $5,635 just using the candlestick pattern recognition and our time optimization. It's using both of those new components on a 2-minute NASDAQ retirement plan strategy. So by adding these new integrations of our machine learning technology that recognizes patterns. See, our charts have geometrical patterns. They're very geometrical. There's candlestick patterns that repeat themselves day in and day out in our charts. This is a machine learning algorithm that can recognize these patterns and anticipate what's coming next and make an exit or an entry based on those patterns that keep reoccurring in the market. So you can see the equity curve. If I go to the analysis, I mean, beautiful. Straight up $5,600 over the last 20 days in September using this pattern recognition. So that is one of the new integrations that we've recently just released. So if you come aboard over the weekend, you will receive this today. It's also going to include component number 2. Our team is so excited to release this today. This is highlighting here the pattern recognition. Within the strategy parameters, you'll have the candlestick patterns, and we have the machine learning technology that's running in a database on your computer. So really great technology that we're releasing. The second component is those dynamically changing trading session hours. Man, I can't tell you how important this has turned out to be. Seeing what the test results are, where we came from and where we are now with this new integration is like night and day. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me give you the best best way I can explain it would be to bring up my control center and let me show you the optimization. I have an analysis here. This is one of our drones. We have every one of our bots runs in tandem with a drone. The drone has static inputs. It never changes. It has a huge stop, a huge profit target, and it remains static. However, it takes trades in tandem with a bot, and they share a database. What the drone is telling the bot to change its inputs dynamically, now not only is the average true range of the market in order to put its stop and profit targets in the most ideal locations, but this new integration, the drone is running 23 hours a day and it's keeping track of the best times to trade. This one example, it looks like right around the London Open or before the London Open, the US Open, maybe the Asian Open. It doesn't matter. These are the times the system makes the most money. So what it's going to do automatically, if I go to my control center and I open up one of my strategies to the 2-minute, what it's going to do is it's going to dynamically put in the most profitable trading window into my trading session hours. So if I want to trade just the cream of the crop, the absolute best trades, what I could do is I can put my trading window count on number 1. What that's going to do is it's just going to put the top trading window from 10 to 11, and it's only going to trade at that time. Now, this is going to continuously run in a closed loop system, and this may change. This may change from 10 to 11 tomorrow or next week. It's constantly changing and optimizing itself. So if I wanted to trade my top 2, I see here, wow, it also does really good from 1 to 2. And I want to trade 2 trading hours. I can put a 2 in my trading window count, and this will pop open, and the next biggest window of opportunity will pop in. So it could do it up to 3 trading sessions, and it's all data-driven. It's all data-driven technology that's making these decisions. So that's why I was saying earlier, this is like trading, making your decisions using a calculator, because these calculations that it's using in order to determine where your stop and profit targets are, try to do the math. Try to look at your trades over the last 2 weeks or 30 days and determine from looking at your maximum forward excursion to your maximum adverse excursion on every one of your trades, and you try to do the math in your head where it would be best to place your stop and profit targets. It would take you or I probably hours to figure it out, if we could even do it. This system does it in a millisecond, and it will automatically put those settings right here in your trade management parameters. Also, the smart stops, we have the pattern recognition that looks at a number of different patterns, candlestick patterns that are also integrated into these strategies. So we are, let me tell you, and let me show you something. Wait, this is the best part. This performance, taking the top 5 instruments, and the top 5 instruments, running them all cumulative, not picking which horse is going to be the best. 5 of the 6 instruments that we feel the best about. We took out one that we felt just has been lagging, and we just took it out of the portfolio, and we just moved ahead with 5 for this test. For the full portfolio on this optimization, trading 5 instruments simultaneously. Now, this is a small amount of data, granted. This is since I've been running this new integration with the time optimization. But as a portfolio, not picking horses, just trading 5 of our best instruments, all of the bots, the best trading session hours. Look at that equity curve over the last 2 weeks. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. The difference is significant, and I'm not really going to show the difference where we were and where we are now, but it's significant. And you can see trading one contract, we've only won 40% of our trades. And again, that risk to reward is so important. The max drawdown, I always have people say, well, what size account do I need? You think you need $1 million to do it, but look what the max drawdown was, $1,500. All right, so you don't need a gigantic account to be able to trade the full portfolio. So that's what's really got us so excited with this new technology that we've come out with. So I'm going to make a special offer. And these new releases, I want you to know that our team is so happy. Last week it hurt. And I'm going to show you something in Discord because we've been talking about this new integration and sharing the test results with our community of traders. And I'm going to show you in our Discord chat one of my favorite messages all time. A gentleman by the name of Kurt put it in because everybody was kind of anticipating the release last week. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I was looking at it earlier this morning. Yeah, here it is. This was last Friday. Kurt put in here, he says, when are we getting the new time release? And he has this whole crowd of people, angry people, hitting sticks on their hand, looking for the new release. I really love that comment. But hey, guess what? Today is the day. So it's coming. So if you come aboard today, and I've been saying it, but listen, this honestly and truly, this will be our last chance because this is a huge project that we've undertook. Listen, we were in with a world-renowned, we collaborated with a world-renowned AI lab. The company's, put a tremendous amount of resources and time into making this possible. So we're really excited. But you're going to receive unlimited VIP support. We've developed a tool that installs this whole workspace and all this AI technology on your computer in 2 seconds. It's just incredible what Sergio did. But be that as it may, we're all available to share your screen. Sergio, Charles, myself, Brock, if anybody needs customer support throughout the lifetime of your membership. I always hear Lee. I love his spirit. I love to listen to him. He gives you the bend over backwards guarantee. He's going to bend over backwards. That's what our team does as well. And I think that's something that where Lee and our company are very similar and where we have synergy. But we're going to bend over backwards throughout the lifetime of your membership. If you ever need help, if you ever need support, we're going to share our calendar link with you, and you'll be able to schedule a remote session. We're going to remote in and log in and take care of everything for you. This weekend, we're also including those beautiful prop trading templates that I showed you earlier with the beautiful equity curves. They're going to include the one-day passes. If you ever need an evaluation to get over the hump, you've got something that's going to save you, a ton of time and frustration. This was a screenshot out of the Apex website, right out of Mark, his PA account, several over 60,000, 62,000, has the ability to pull out 25,000 in payouts, has already received thousands of dollars in payouts, leveraging this AI auto trader. Those templates are included for free this weekend. So $14.99 value. We're also including the masterclass modules. We have an extensive video tutorial library as part of our Discord chat. We also have a 2-module masterclass that goes over the parameters of the strategies and how to build your own. If you're somebody that likes to get under the hood and play around with the parameter settings and build your own strategies, you can build your own on any time frame and using any conditions in order to execute the trade. And we show you how to do it. You're also going to have access to our YouTube live streams. We're one of the few vendors that trades their system on a live stream in front of the whole world to see. And that's part of the transparency that Mark has made so integral to our company. So you'll be able to trade our system every day. I know in the beginning it's important because listen, even though it's an automated system, if you're new to NinjaTrader, give yourself a few weeks, a 30-day learning curve. Learn how to roll the contracts, how to switch the account from a SIM account to a live account. Just the basics. We go over them all in the YouTube, and we enable the automation and we let it run and answer questions. And you'll be a part of that as long as you're a member with us. So here it is, the special offer, and this truly ends Sunday at midnight. This is the last time. The special offer is going to include our full Monty, including the updates that are released. You will get the new update if you come aboard this weekend at this price. The special offer includes the full discretionary system. What do I mean discretionary system? This AI Auto Trader leverages beautiful indicators that go on your trading charts. This is a chart that gives you signals for entry. If you're somebody that likes to take trades on a discretionary basis, you'll have a chart template for each and every one of these strategies. It also comes with the full automation. You'll get strategy templates that are pre-formatted with all of the answers in place. You'd be surprised. I've seen other, talking to some of our members, other companies, they just, they don't provide them with pre-formatted templates. Here we give you pre-formatted templates and a tool to load the whole workspace. We give you out of the box what we're using, what I'm showing. Okay. We're also going to, as I mentioned, include those other extra add-ons that will be part of the order. So we have 3 different options that you can go with. We have the monthly subscription, which is normally $7.99. We have a coupon code, which is save $200. And my associate Brock has put the link and the coupon codes in the chat box. If you'd like to learn more, or if you'd like to come aboard, you can find that in the chat box. So coupon code save $200. That will bring the monthly subscription to $5.99 a month. For the annual subscription, you'll get the full Monty at $1,000 off. Normally it's $33.99. If you use coupon code save $1000, this weekend you'll get the full Monty, everything, for $23.99. If you break that down on a monthly payment, it breaks down to $200 a month. For $200 a month, you're going to be in our live trading sessions for the entire year, trading our full portfolio of strategies. And let me tell you, you're going to be on a journey that I'm telling you, the future developments, I didn't want to go into them today because I don't want to add confusion. But man, if you only knew what the future holds. I mentioned that we're scratching the surface on this, but we're taking it to the next level. So the lifetime, and I really encourage you, if you have the means, or if you're somebody that just doesn't like recurring subscriptions, the lifetime is the best value. We're going to run the same 50% sale this weekend only, and we're going to have the lifetime, which is normally $59.98. You can cut it in half for $29.99. Only $600 more than the annual, and for $29.99, you're going to be with us for a lifetime. All future updates. And one other thing I want to mention is there's no maintenance fee. There's no maintenance fee right now. Now, I don't know how much longer that's going to continue, but you will be grandfathered in if you come aboard now. This is a system that mainly self-optimizes, remember, but there's always some maintenance to it. But there are no ongoing maintenance fees with this, with the lifetime membership right now. Okay, so this is a sale that ends on Sunday. Hey, Doc. Thank you. Yes, yes. It does trade on, and I just want to show you one last thing here. A couple of things while I answer a couple of questions. Jim mentions that our support is amazing. Um, Doc is really excited, but I wanted to show you, and going back to the testimonials that I said I always feel squeamish showing. But listen, when you see something like this, you have to give it some weight. When you see what our members are saying, out of 97 reviews, um, people are raving about our customer service, about the AI auto trader, about our company in general, except for Dean Hanley. If you know the background on Dean Hanley, he's a special case. But we have beautiful reviews, and I think we have technologically the most advanced trading system out there. So I also wanted to show you, because part of the membership is to become part of our community of traders. And some of our members, they range in experience level anywhere from complete beginner to professional, to in this niche, maybe with another company, but they're professionals, or professional traders that aren't with another company, but have just trade for a living. This is what they do. They're all experience levels in our Discord chat. And it's really exciting to see the results that some of our members have been getting. Simon, I happen to love Simon. He's from overseas. He had a day just a few weeks ago that across 7 accounts, he made over $16,000 trading this AI auto trader. So the system prior to these new updates was getting good results. Wait until you get what we're releasing today. It's a game changer. Suzanne, who's a great member of ours, she's in our YouTube live streams. As she helps out the new traders, she's very active in our Discord community. Limit Up and Kurt, we love those guys. Mike, Stephen Aldridge. There's so many, and if I didn't mention your name, I apologize. That are just huge contributors to our community. And last but not least, I just wanted to show you, because coming from another member, I think it carries more weight. You might think that I'm coming from a biased position, and maybe I am. But Gary Sparks, who's an extremely quiet guy, I barely never heard from him over the last 5 years that I know him. It's been at least 5 years, Gary. But if you read his response in YouTube, somebody was asking him, Michael Edwards in this case, was asking him what they thought about this, and asking him how it related to maybe other automated systems. And Gary went on to say, because he had purchased strategies from other companies that sell very similar bots. Well, strategies, automated strategies. I shouldn't say similar, because I think ours are technologically superior. But he tells you at the end that RLT kills it over these other competitors of ours. And that was before what we're releasing today. So imagine what you're getting if you come aboard this weekend. It's not uncommon to see your top strategies come across that show multiple instruments in excess of 1,000, sometimes $2,000 or even $3,000. So it's an extremely powerful system. Thank you so much, Al. I really appreciate that. So last but certainly not least, and I just want to end up, because I've gone over my time. If you have any questions that I wasn't able to cover, or you'd like me to give you a call, I'm not a high pressure sales guy. My offer is good through Sunday, midnight at Sunday. I'm not going to ask you to make a decision if I give you a call. It's totally on your own, at your own speed. But if you have questions or concerns, I'd love to jump on the phone with you and try to do my best to answer any questions that you have. So if you'll put your name, and your phone number, or if you wait for this webinar to end, and give me about 10 minutes just to decompress, give this number a call, and I'll, excuse me, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. So I want to say thank you, Lee. Thank you so much if you're a member of Lee's for giving me your time. And if you're one of our members, likewise, thank you for your time. And I just want to end with saying, if your trading career has been anything like mine, I called myself a bonehead, and it was with good reason. I've blown out several accounts. Let the truth be known. I'm not a good trader. When left to my own devices, terrible things happen. However, this AI auto trader has been a game changer in my trading career, and I honestly believe that it will be for you as well. So I encourage you to come aboard this weekend. I hope that you're able to spend quality time with the people you care about the most. It's been my pleasure being able to present this to you today. Have a great weekend, everybody. Stay blessed, and we'll see you next.